Good morning.
Good morning. Who is that?
Wow.
She's gonna give it to me. I need it.
Okay, that put me in a better mood. It's been like a really weird morning and just stressful. Anyway, so it's a little after 8 a.m. and Gigi just had a little bit of breakfast. She had some like peanut butter crackers and strawberries. But last night I washed my hair and like brushed it out, and I put the Devacurl wave maker in my hair. I'll put a picture of it on the screen right there. I've used that before, but I used it in my like 3-step thing that I do with my hair. If you want to see how I do my hair like traditionally with blow dryer and all that, I used to use that, and I can link the video where I show like how I do my like 3 products in a row thing. But I just used it alone, just like for an air dry cream, and it didn't do terribly. It's not like an ideal hair day, and I think if I throw a little like texturizing spray, it'll look a lot better because it just kind of looks like limp. So I'm gonna make some coffee for Tyler and myself and feed our little pup Pinocchio. And my parents are coming over today to actually watch Gigi for a bit so he and I can both get some work done. And then they're actually leaving their pug Simba with us because they are leaving town to go visit my brother on the East Coast. That's kind of the day. I'm also having lunch with a friend later, my friend Adam, and we're talking about starting a podcast together. And so we're gonna kind of chat about that and eat some breadsticks, and it just sounds awesome. I did want to let you know early on that a portion of this video later is sponsored by HelloFresh, the cooking portion at the end, just as an FYI. So this Archer Farms breakfast blend coffee is what I've been using, and I've just been using like one of these little refillable things, but I don't love it. I had an Archer Farms coffee a long time ago. It's like Target's brand or one of their brands, and I don't remember which one it was, but I remember it being really good, which is why I bought this one kind of in a pinch. I was at Target, we needed coffee. Anyway, it's okay. And I like light roast, but I also really like medium roast, so I'm like, maybe it's just too light for me. I don't know. But it just hasn't been my favorite, so I'm just kind of getting through it. So Tyler, my husband, by the way, if you've not met him, he is cleaning out her little water table. It's just had the same water for a few days, so he's gonna dump it, refill it, but she's got her little toys she loves. She's like dying to play. Okay, Gigi, you can play.
Toss it out over here.
Gigi said, Daddy, what are you doing? You're definitely gonna get drenched.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a funny story with that water table. I was looking at them on Amazon, and suddenly 2 days later, that one came to our door, and I'm like, what? I didn't order any. And that was one I remembered liking, but I wasn't gonna order it. Like, it wasn't the one. I must have clicked like one-click ordering or something for that, and because suddenly it was here, so I'm like, I guess this is the one we're getting. He likes it though, so that works out. So I figured I would go on a run really fast down here. And I'd show you what I'm wearing. So these are Target leggings. I can link all this below. I'm pretty sure all of it's still sold. But these are leggings from Target. The shirt is from Old Navy. I've mentioned recently it's one of the ones with like the ruffles. And then the sports bra is from Target as well, I'm pretty sure. Quick little update. I'm watching the Taylor and I'm doing like exercises with like equipment instead of running because I really didn't feel like running and I'm already sweaty. So I was like, I'm just gonna do some floor stuff. So I've been doing some stuff with that ball there, and I'm just gonna do some other things, but I'm already out of breath. That's pretty good, like 2 workouts. Well, look who's here, my mommy and daddy. Gigi's getting some snacks.
Peanut butter?
Yeah.
You like peanut butter?
She's like, it's only my favorite food.
I tricked you to eat these biscuits you don't like.
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of them.
I put peanut butter on.
These are good.
Oh, I know. These are from Fresh Time. I don't know. Are these nationwide? I don't even know. I randomly went in there because we needed just a few things, and I found these, and I was like, oh, Gigi will love these, but they're good for anyone. I've been eating them too. They're good. And you're gluten-free, yeah.
Yeah, they're gluten-free.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, so I need to get ready. This is my like war zone right now because I've got makeup that I've been using recently. I've got ones I'm using, like kind of using right now, doing a video for really soon, some MAC stuff, some stuff I've used recently in videos that I'm still trying out, a lot of the e.l.f. Jelly Pop. I'll link some of the recent videos where I've tried some of this stuff because I did love a lot of it. And then I'm also working on my cream, like bronzer, highlight, blush video, like all drugstore. So over the past few weeks, I've been wearing a different one each day and getting like footage of what it looks like on. And so these are the ones I've actually filmed. And then I've got a couple more I'm trying out, and then I've got a couple more coming in the mail. But I actually need to get ready for the day. I'm planning on editing a video that's gonna go live Friday, and I think you'll be seeing this afterward. But I'm gonna edit a video to make live tomorrow. And then if I have time before I need to leave to see my friend, I'm gonna try to film another video. I already know what it is, and it's a quicker video to film, so it's possible, but I only have a few hours, so I need to like get focused and get started. Tyler made smoothies this morning. We actually do drink these like 4 to 5 times a week. We try to, one of us make them, we just trade off each day, but they're surprisingly filling, and I'm telling you guys, I've lost like quite a bit of weight by just replacing breakfast with one of these. And on top of it, it's got like kale and a ton of fruit, and it's got all kinds of good stuff, so I feel so much more energized. I feel like this is an ad for my own homemade smoothie, but I just love it. It's really kind of like changed a lot for us. I know that not all of you guys are Christian, but I am, and I've been trying to get back into reading like a devotional each morning, and this, regardless of what you believe, is so true. A lot of this just about like when you start to think about like what other people think about you, you become completely trapped. You're just crippled. Like it so takes over everything you do. And this is something I struggle with just YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like you struggle to still be yourself. You're always in the back of your mind thinking about, oh, someone's going to misconstrue this, or someone's going to think I'm being this way when I'm really not. And it is crippling. So I love this kind of reminder of that. Like I said, regardless of if you believe in God or don't, or believe in a different God or a higher power, I just think a lot of this rings true for all of us. I've been trying this Lumene Nordic-C, basically like a vitamin C serum type product. And I've been trying it for my drugstore skincare routine that I've been doing for now a little over a month. So in a few weeks, I'll be filming kind of my video on what are my thoughts before and after my skin. But I have really been enjoying this. You can buy it at Target. I bought the smaller size because it's like 12 or 13 bucks because it does get a little bit pricier when you get the full size naturally. But I really like it. I just put it on my face now, and it almost feels tacky, but in a really good way, and it feels like it's doing good for my skin. My skin has been looking pretty good without makeup too. And then I've also been using the Cerave Ultralight Moisturizing Lotion. This is the SPF 30. I learned from you guys that the regular Cerave like SPF 30 in a little bit of a different packaging, it's like a hard plastic, that one pills up under makeup. So I ended up putting that one to the side and grabbing this one, and wow, it looks gorgeous under makeup. I've not had any problems. Like I'll go out running wearing this. It looks great. It doesn't slip and slide, and it works really well under makeup. So yes. So I can't usually, I know this lighting's awful. It's great for when I'm doing the makeup, but it doesn't look good on camera, I know. But this It Cosmetics CC Cream, I've loved for a long time, but I have the shade light, and on a normal day it doesn't work for me, but I've got a little bit of residual self-tanner still on, so it actually works really well right now. But on a normal day, I cannot find a good shade, and so I end up having to mix shades, and I wish I had like the perfect shade. But anyway, it's really nice. I love applying it with my fingers. It's got really good coverage, but it's still a little bit dewy. I really, really like it. And bonus points that it has SPF of 50. Okay, finally dressed for the day. I am sitting down. It's like 10:30. Anyway, so I'm sitting down, and I actually am, I guess if you're watching, I can let you in on a little secret. I'm working on some designs for merch. And it feels weird even saying that, but I am really excited, and it will be soon. And the designs I've been working on are so cute and like very me. Like I feel like they're really, so I'm really excited to share them with you guys. It's only gonna be a couple items because I wanted to be really specific about what it was. I didn't want it to just be like random stuff, I guess. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys, but you gotta be patient. It's coming soon, but I'm kind of finalizing some of the designs and sending them over and getting all of that done, but I think you guys will like this stuff. And then I'm gonna edit a video. And so I really don't think, I gotta leave in about 2 hours. I'm like, I don't think I'll be able to sit and film, but we'll see. Maybe I will when I get home. And I wanted to show you, I got a new mug warmer. The mug warmer I was using just pooped out on me, and I was so sad. This one's on Amazon, and the reviews were really good. And it's cool because you don't actually have to turn it on at all. It just pushes down when the weight of a mug is on there and it turns itself on. And it's been doing a good job. It doesn't get it too hot, but it keeps it actually warm, which is perfect. So, and the nice thing is it'll even warm up, like this coffee is already cold again. This is like the second time I'm heating it up. So this actually warms it up pretty quickly. So I know they have black and white and pink and maybe one other color. So I'll link it below. It was on Amazon, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Okay, so it is now like 12:30. I'm about to head out. I like finished getting dressed earlier. These earrings I got from Madison and Mallory, which is 11th Gorgeous's website, like their shop. They're YouTubers and I love them. They've been around literally forever. I love these. I literally can't stop wearing them. My Kate Spade necklace I got in a trunk club. I can link this exact necklace below. You can get like your initial on it. I got an Apple Watch recently, so I've been kind of playing with that. Tyler and I both got them on like a deal. And yeah, it's been fun playing with it and like going on runs with it and stuff like that. This top, I love scalloped tanks. This one I actually got from Nordstrom Rack. If it's still for sale, I'll link it. It was not very expensive and I love it. I have no idea where I got these shorts. And I love my shoes, but I also don't know where I got them. I've had them for years. And then I sprayed on a little of my favorite Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel. I freaking love this perfume. It's like truly, I think it's my favorite of all time. I love it. I'm torn between this and La Vie Belle from Lancome. They're both so amazing.
Should that be the I'm biting it like it's corn on the cob?
Okay, if y'all haven't met Adam, this is, as my mom calls him, my childhood friend. And or my like just friend.
Yeah. Like,
also just friend.
We haven't seen each other in 25 years.
Oh wait, no, 25 minutes. No.
We're 51 years old.
Anyway, we are grabbing some lunch, obviously, and having a drink, and we're talking about our possible podcast. Yeah, I mean, that's really all we're doing. Any thoughts? Any initial thoughts?
Is eating salad on camera not cool?
Oh man, it's like actually the coolest thing you could do. Adam just started eating a salad by grabbing a crouton by the hand.
I don't believe in forks.
Anyway, we get along really well and we laugh way too much, which is why we're like, we could do a podcast, and you already work in radio. Hey, you may know Adam from the Meeting Taylor Swift vlog. I will link up in the eye and down below. The eye will be over there and down below.
Subscribe here.
No.
There. Watch here.
Adam said he subscribed to 2 channels. What are?
One is Jam Beauty 89.
You got it.
And the other one is called Stephen Curry, and it rips sports channels.
That's not the microphone. I keep talking into the lens. Anyway. So anyway, we are gonna enjoy our lunch. We're gonna figure it out. Stay tuned. It's raining, it's pouring.
They're gonna think it rained the whole time.
Oh man,
It rained
it's
for 2
snowing.
minutes.
It literally rained, yeah, for 2 seconds, and we were like waiting inside like babies, like we were gonna melt.
But it's not as like hot out now.
Yeah, that's true. It feels good. I'm headed home. I'm like really tired, so I'm like, I can't really take a nap. So I'm like, do I go get like Starbucks? Can I have a nitro cold brew with sweet cream grande? So I'm working on this. I love this font up here in the right corner, but it's hard to read when the thumbnail's really small. So I think I might change it. I still use it from time to time, but I always like regret it because I'm like, it's hard to read, you know? I like these fonts. A lot of these are ones that I downloaded separately and like uploaded to the, that's kind of cute, to the PicMonkey. That's what I use. I pay a yearly fee. It's like $33, but I use this literally for every video, so it's worth it. You know what I mean? Ooh, that one's pretty. Anyway, so that's what I'm up to, and it's almost dinner time, so I definitely need to make some dinner soon. So I just got a Sephora box in the mail today, and I figured I'd share with you guys some of the few things I've picked up recently. Let me grab my coffee. So I had ordered a couple of things that were on my wish list, but I didn't buy the things I think you might think I bought. So if you saw my like anti-haul wish list video, I mentioned a bunch of things I'm thinking about getting, but anyway. So one of the things I bought, I have been wanting because everyone and their mother loves this powder. It's the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Powder. And I got it in the shade R220 based. Actually, that might be really good. It was a little bit more pink toned, which drew me to it because I feel like most powders I try tend to be yellow toned, and I really am not. That might be perfect. And wow, it does feel like really blurring. It looks really pretty on the skin, like the hand skin. This is the exact same case I have for the 6 eyeshadows I bought from Make It Forever. But I'm excited to try this out. I am really in need of a good powder foundation because I love my Charlotte Tilbury powder, but that one is not nearly as high coverage, but it's gorgeous at setting the under eye and setting the T-zone. I literally use it like every single day. But I was so intrigued by this because I've been loving my IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination Powder, and that one has a lot of coverage, but I haven't bought a new one. I just don't have one, and I've really been missing it. So I'm excited to give this a try. If I don't love it, I'm probably gonna repurchase the IT Cosmetics one because that one looks gorgeous with like a moist sponge. I'm sorry, with a dampened sponge. It's gorgeous. It looks like so flawless when you use that to apply that powder foundation. Okay, the next thing I picked out, I've heard no one talk about. It's from Bare Minerals. It's the Bounce and Blur Blush. I picked out Coral Cloud, and I feel like it was described as, okay, it says this is what sold me. It said fingertip friendly, and I was like, please tell me more. So it says, fingertip friendly bounce powder applies effortlessly for weightless diffused color with a seamless second skin look. You know, this is just making me think, remember those Dream Bouncy blushes that, who was it, Maybelline or someone used to sell in the drugstore? I feel like it was released at the wrong time, because I feel like if that were released now, we would all be like, oh my gosh, it's the best. I love applying with my fingers. It's so like lightweight. But back when it was released, I feel like we were all into like heavy powder blush. You know what I mean? So it's kind of sad. I'm like, just re-release it. Just give it another go. It doesn't have, well, it's like a cream to powder. So I'm just gonna see like if I just like tap it, yeah, it kind of applies. Actually, it does. I don't know if you can see it. The lights might be washing it out. I thought it might be like you have to rub it on, which you can do that too, but even tapping worked. I've never tried anything like this. And the color, I mean, that's really, really pretty. Let's just try it, forget it. I don't know what, I'm looking in the viewfinder, I can't really see. It looks like it's definitely packing a punch, but not too much of a punch. The other thing I bought was a self-tanning remover mitt. So y'all don't make fun of me, but do you see where like self-tanner is missing there, where I have sweat a lot in the past week? So it's almost all faded, but there are always going to be areas that towards the end of the week, if you've sweat more there or whatever the case may be, that it's worn off, kind of patchy. And as I read the reviews for this one was under $10, which surprised me because it was the brand Saint Tropez, which is kind of pricier. And I think it's because it's one of those things that, you know, I don't know. I feel like a lot of those expensive brands charge a lot less for the tools to apply it. But the reviews for this were amazing. People were like, oh my gosh, like I've tried other ones and it's not the same. This is so much better. Kind of feels like a polyester. I guess the idea is that you use it, you know, in the shower to remove any last traces, so you can either reapply self-tanner after and it be a little more even, or just, you know, be done with it. Even after your tan has fully developed, the mitt can be used to help correct tanning mistakes, and regular use will help ensure super soft, silky, perfectly tanned skin. I also bought, so there's a new line at Sephora, and it's their Sephora collection brushes, which you guys know the Sephora Pro brushes are truly my favorite. I keep buying them one at a time, and slowly but surely I will own all of them. I use them. I mean, that's like all I use nowadays, which I know is terrible, but they're so good, you guys. A new like line, and I think it's like their cheaper line or something like that, but it's got this really pretty beige handle, and they were slightly cheaper, maybe like 40% cheaper than like the Sephora Pro line, but I'm hoping they're the same quality. But this is their blush brush, and I've been using the same IT Cosmetics blush brush for a long time, and I love it so much, but it's so expensive, and this one's a lot cheaper, so I'm like, if this can compare, I'd much rather fall in love with one that's a little more affordable. Oh, it's really, really soft. Oh, and it's a similar shape. It's smaller than the one I love. The one I love fans out, but at the same time, sometimes when I'm using that one, if I'm using more pigmented blush, it's too much. So it'd be kind of nice to have a little more control. This is so soft. But I was looking at the Ulta ad, and I was kind of glancing, and I was like, ugh, literally within 2 pages, I'm like, those are 2 different products I really want to try. I really want to try the Anastasia foundation that's supposed to be more like hydrating, right? Yeah, luminous foundation. And then the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation and concealer I want to try. I haven't tried it yet. Such a good rainy day. I think after dinner I'm gonna get into like comfy clothes and just Okay, so it's after 6. It is definitely time to make dinner. At this point I'm so hungry. I know my husband is too, and Gigi's still napping. This is her second nap and she's still napping. I'm like, that's great. So I've got time to make some dinner, but I want it to be a quick one because she could wake up at any time. So as I mentioned earlier, this portion of the video is sponsored by HelloFresh. I'm excited to continue my partnership with them. I've been working with them for over a year. This is a meal delivery service that my husband and I have been loving. We've even bought it as a gift for my parents and they've loved it. It's a meal delivery service where you can choose between 17 different chef curated seasonal recipes. Tonight's meal we're gonna make is a really quick one. It's beef bulgogi bowls. We've made this one once before and it is so delicious. I love that each meal you get comes with a beautiful recipe card. The back has all of the instructions you need with color pictures. It's so easy. No matter how confident or not confident you are in the kitchen, this really does take all of the guesswork out of it. It really makes it accessible. This meal, start to finish, should only take 25 minutes. Another thing I like about it is you can easily online change your delivery date, your food preferences. You can skip a week. We love it because it takes the guesswork out of the equation for the week and what you're gonna be making. And we've literally never had a meal from HelloFresh that wasn't absolutely delicious. This one being one of our favorites. So tonight's meal, we've got some rice. We're gonna pickle some cucumbers. We're gonna cook some shredded carrot, cook some ground beef, and one of my favorites, making sriracha cream. Oh my gosh, when you mix all of these flavors together, you guys, you will be transported out of this world. It is one of my favorite meals ever. So if you're interested, HelloFresh is now from $6.99 per serving. You get 8 free meals by going to HelloFresh.com and using my code JessicaBraun80 for a total of $80 off your first month. The final product literally looks like something you would order at a restaurant, and it's so exciting that that's something that I made in basically 20 minutes. And I really, really wish you guys were here to taste this food with me because it is so delicious. Have I said that enough? Okay, I'll stop. Okay. It took me like 10 minutes to get everything on the bite. It's like, you know, when you get a salad and you're trying to make a mini salad. Here we go. It's so sweet and savory. Gigi, I think you'll like this too. It's so good. It's so good. Tyler, you love this too,
yes,
right? Remember
and I can't
this?
wait to dig
yeah.
in. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. What'd you find? We're looking at our little like Disney pin book. What do you think? And Pinocchio wants to play. My gosh. We have our hands full right now. Pinocchio's so skittish though with Simba. And by the way, those that asked, it's a diaper. He is a big fan of marking in the house, so that's what we're doing. We are in Miss Genevieve's room playing, but I'm just about to give her a bath, and then, who's that? And then honestly, once she goes to bed, I think I myself am gonna take a bath and do like a face mask and stuff. It's been a long day, a good day, but a long day, so I'm excited to take a bath. And it's just about bedtime for you, Missy. She's really into like stacking cups right now. Gigi, you're so tired. So, change of plans. I was gonna get a bath, but we did get a hot tub recently. We've been saving up for it, and it was a very scary and exciting purchase.
And we've been saving and saving. We were like, all right, we're finally gonna do it. And we went out and we bought it. And a week later, our air conditioner went out. We had to buy.
We were like, "Can we return
the
hot?"
We've been waiting like from the moment we moved in. We knew we wanted one, and then we were like, "No, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until we're." And then
Yep. And that's Murphy's
that's what you
Law.
get for marrying a Murphy.
You married the Murphy out of me though, but it turns out it's in the blood. Anyway, seriously, that did happen, and it was awful.
Yeah.
But well, we got the hot tub though. We also had to get a whole new HVAC, which was more expensive than the hot tub was.
Yes, it was.
That really. Anyway, long story short, we're gonna go enjoy that tonight because he was like, "I want to do that." I'm like, "Okay, I'll do that." Yeah. Oh, all right. Twist my arm.
No, I want to go get in that hot water. No, not that hot water.
I could do both, but I think I'll just do the hot tub and go to bed and read a little bit.
I'm gonna go try and edit after we're done with the hot tub.
I was gonna say, are you doing it before or after? Because I'm like hot tubbing now.
Nah, we're going now.
I'm tickling your hair back there. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you guys for following along. If you're interested in our like travel vlogs, he's putting up some from a road trip we went on recently to like New England, like all over the place. It was like a 2-week road trip.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
You put up the first one and you're editing the second one.
Yep.
So I will put a link to the actual video below and to his channel. Subscribe. Pretty soon we'll be doing like regular life vlogs similar to mine on his channel. Probably in the next few months we'll start that back up. So definitely subscribe, stay tuned. You'll get a healthy dose of me. Gross. Anyway, love you guys. Bye. Bye. Bye.